guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided to create another look using the Dior Spring 2018 palette number 887 Thrill. Before we jump in, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can know whenever I post a new video. So the reason I'm doing this makeup look now is because I've been meaning to do another makeup look with this palette, and all of a sudden I've been seeing all of these summer collection promos out and I'm like, oh my god, is it summer collection already? So since fashion tends to be a few months ahead of time, I guess it is time for summer collection. So why not just do one last look with this palette before all of the summer collections come rolling in? I find it really ironic that it's mid-April, we're talking about summer collections, and today in Montreal we have an ice storm. An ice storm is different from a snowstorm in that everything is covered in a thin layer of ice. So houses, steps, cars, everything is covered in ice. It's quite miserable. This goes to show that in Montreal, you know, we don't necessarily follow the calendar. We're like mid-April, how about a snowstorm or an ice storm? So I'm going to use this palette again. I'm going to focus on the middle shade. I don't know what it's called. There's no name for just this shade in particular. So I'm going to dip into that shade because it's such a beautiful raspberry color. I think I'm going to do maybe not the whole eye, but a lot of the eye in this color. As you guys have noticed, the palette is looking used. I mean, it's a good sign. It means I have loved this palette and have been using it, but it's just always sad to see all of the the delicate details just kind of like smeared away and blurred, but you know, it just means that I like the palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of setting spray on my brush just to make sure that this color transfers perfectly. So I did do a full review on the palette as well as some other products from the Spring 2018 collection. I will link those somewhere around the screen right about now. I don't think it's necessary to use a setting spray when you're applying this shade. I created some other looks without using a setting spray, but I find that when you wet it, it just becomes so much more intense and pops so much more. I'm not sure where you guys all live. I'm not sure if you guys have experienced ice storms, but they are awful. Like, I much prefer a snowstorm any day of the week. Ice storms are just terrible. Like, if you like, everything is covered in ice. Car doors, steps, sidewalks, mailboxes, trees. It can actually be quite dangerous when there's an ice storm because it actually happened like 20 years ago here in Montreal where like there was this massive ice storm and the weight of the ice actually like broke trees, and then the trees fell on the power lines, and like, yeah, it was crazy. So now using a big fluffy brush, I'm dipping into the light pink shade. I guess as far as like natural disasters go, an ice storm isn't like the worst. It's better than like a tornado, probably. So I think to just kind of warm up the eye and not have it just be cool tones, I'm going to go ahead and use my bronzer actually. I'm going to go ahead and use my Hoola Benefit bronzer. You can go ahead and use whatever bronzer you have at home. So using the big fluffy brush again. And then I don't know if you guys can notice here, I have like a couple strands of like eyebrow hair that are like just under the skin, like, you know when you can't actually pluck them but you can kind of just see them popping out through the skin. That's what these are here. They're like all in a straight line. It's very annoying. I tried to get them this morning but they just refused. And I'm just taking this fluffy brush and just going under the lashes here. Sometimes it feels a bit overwhelming how fast like fashion trends move. It's still April, but we have like all of the summer collections coming out and it just feels like you're just like chasing one thing after the other, you know? And especially as like a smaller YouTuber, you really need to like stay on top of things and try to be the first or one of the first to like put out videos on whatever topic, because if you wait too long, then no one watches your videos, or you know what I mean. People might watch them, but you won't get like as many views as you could. But at the same time, if it's April, people might not necessarily want to see summer collections, you know? So it's a balance. So I'm just taking whatever's left on this brush here that I used for the original color, the bright raspberry shade in the middle, and I'm just kind of going over here because I want to make sure that we can kind of see some of the pink even with my eyes open. So and I'm going to go into the shade on the bottom left, and I'm just going to place this, I'm going to use a finger, and I'm just tapping this over top. So using a very small tapered brush, we're going to go into the light cream shade, and we're placing this under the brow bone and on the inner corner here. Although I'm not sure why I bothered putting it on the inner corner right now, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to redo this once I put my foundation in, etc. But you know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the face really quick and come back in a minute. So as predicted, the concealer and foundation kind of erased the inner eye corner highlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the actual highlight that I'm using and place that there. So for the eyeliner, I'm actually going to use this Mercier eyeshadow stick. This is the Mercier Plum Caviar Stick Eye Color. I went ahead and tight lined my eye, and the reason I'm using this is because first of all, it's waterproof, and second of all, it's just like a plummy color, so it's kind of just like fitting in with the rest of the eyeshadows. So now let's move on to lots and lots of mascara. So for the lips, I'm going to go ahead and use my Dior Lip Glow number 102, the Matte Raspberry. So the matte lip glows are definitely much more pigmented than the satin finish ones. But sometimes I like to go over top with the satin finish one or the Holo ones because they kind of have more of a satiny glossy finish. So I'm going to go ahead and use number 009. This is the Holo Purple. Alright guys, there you guys go. This is my finished look using the Dior number 887 Thrill palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found it informative. I hope you guys got some ideas and inspiration for what you can create with this palette or any other palettes you have at home that might be similar. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can know whenever I post a new video. And also go check out my other videos relating to the Dior makeup collection videos. I think you will enjoy those as well. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. It really does mean the world to me that you take the time to watch my videos. It really does. So I think that's all I have for you guys for today. So I will leave you and I will see you guys next time. Bye.